Welcome to day 3 pranayama meditation of our Samadhi immersion with ecstatic yoga teacher training. So glad you have come this far. We're going to be entering into some pranayama and then meditation. I'm going to go over the pranayama quickly with you, and you're an expert now at mindful breath awareness. So we'll be going into that. And you're an expert now on abdominal belly breathing. We'll be moving into that. And then we'll be moving into the 3-part yogic breath, which you're also an expert at now. We've been doing it for a few days now. And then we will move into our Nadi Shodhana, which you're an expert at as well through the yoga and the pranayama we've been doing for the last couple days. And then we're going to introduce a new one today, like we did yesterday. And this is the Ujjia Breath. We did that in our yoga practice. I just introduced it so you can get an idea. And I'm going to go into a deeper description and instructions on that breath, because that is a breath we'll be using during our practices ongoingly. And then we'll be moving into a silent meditation, doing all kinds of meditations during this retreat. We're doing rapture meditations, Samadhi, bliss meditations, silent meditations, nice variety of ways to calm our minds and connect with the divine and God of our understanding, the deepest seat of our consciousness. I'm not going to go into any deep explanation with the first few breaths, but when we get to Ujjia, I will explain that a little further and guide you into that pranayama. So we're going to begin now, getting comfortable in your seat, a nice seated position, keeping the spine aligned and straight, and make sure that your hips are comfortable and you can put a little cushion under your sits bones. I have one to keep that pelvis in alignment. And we're going to begin to just enter into our breath awareness. Just watching the breath, observing the breath. We're not changing the breath in any ways. We're just mindful and aware of how the breath is flowing through our body, the sacred act of breathing. We invite you now to move into abdominal breathing, the belly breath. Bring in that oxygen and air into that lower belly. And I like to bring my hand to the belly to really feel the belly expand with the inhale, and feeling that belly and the belly button coming in towards the spine on the exhale. Bringing that breath all the way down into the lower abdomen and the pelvic floor. This is the natural way the breath should enter the body. Just like if you poured water into a cup, it would fill up the bottom of the cup first and begin to move up further. But we're just going to fill the bottom of our cup with our oxygen. Fill up that belly and abdominal area and the pelvic floor with oxygen, life force. Allow you to continue this beautiful belly breathing at your own pace and your own rhythm. Acknowledging as we breathe into this lower abdomen that it creates a shift in our body. That as we're breathing into our abdomen, it actually sends a message to the brain that we are safe, secure, and sets in the relaxation response, which releases all the health building hormones like serotonin, feel good hormones in the body naturally. It's a beautiful way to help with any stress or anxiety. And we're going to transition now into that beautiful 3-part yogic breath. Full yogic breath, breathing into the belly, allowing it to come up into the ribs and all the way up into the chest and clavicular area. Holding just a moment and then letting it go. Breathing into that belly, ribs, and chest. Like a wave of the ocean. Coming to the top, the natural rest, and then letting it go on the exhale. To the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And continuing on your own, at your own pace, at your own rhythm, with the 3-part yogic breath. One more 3-part yogic breath. Beautiful job. And let's let that breath go and return back into our breath awareness. Mindful breathing, watching that breath integrate back to its natural rhythm and natural flow. And now we're going to move into our Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. We're going to bring the pointer and middle finger to the Ajna chakra right between our brows, the third eye. And we are going to gently close the nostril with our thumb. And we are going to inhale through the opposite nostril. And as we exhale, we're going to release the thumb and bring the ring or pinky finger to close off that nostril and exhale out the opposite side, the thumb side. Inhale, same side. Release the finger and bring the thumb down to close the nostril and exhale over to the finger side. Inhale, same side. Releasing the thumb, bringing the finger down to close the nostril and exhale over to the thumb side. And continuing now at your own pace, in your own rhythm, with alternate nostril breathing, always switching nostrils at the exhale. One more breath with Nadi Shodhana. And releasing the hand, releasing that beautiful breath. We're going to move into Ujjia Breath now. It's such a spectacular breath. Ujjia Breath, Ujjayi means victory. It's a victory breath. In this breath, we went over in our ecstatic yoga asana just now. I want to go into a little more description of this breath. This breath is for focus and concentration. And we're going to be in the larynx here in the throat, there's a little glottis muscle. And we're going to be constricting that just a little bit, just enough so that we can hear the breath moving in and out of the throat. You'll be breathing through the nose. You can have the mouth open a little, but we usually have the mouth closed. And we're going to be inhaling and exhaling with that glottis muscle just engaged a little bit. It's going to be engaged a little more on the inhale, and we're going to release that engagement a little bit on the exhale. Now, for beginners, it's a little difficult at first to master engaging this glottis muscle in our larynx, throat. But often if you imagine you're going to fog up a mirror, so you could go, you can feel that muscle a little engage a little in the back of your throat. So do that a couple more times. And now do it with your mouth closed and breathing through your nose. You feel and hear a little ocean sound going through your throat as you're breathing. And this is what we want to hear because this helps with the focus. So we're going to be engaging that muscle throughout the Ujjia breath. And we'll begin with engaging the muscle there, through in this little glottis muscle. And we're going to engage it, and we're going to take a deep inhale. Beautiful. We're going to pause at the top of the breath, just naturally and gently. And then as we exhale, we're going to keep that glottis engaged, but release it just a little. And we're going to exhale a nice, long, smooth, gentle exhale, twice as long as our inhale. Engaging that glottis, we're going to engage it a little less than the inhale so that we can have a nice, long, smooth exhale. And then again, naturally and gently, a nice little pause at the end of that breath, and then return back to the inhale. Now, contraindications. This breath is not recommended if you have heart problems, heart disease, or extremely high blood pressure. So I would recommend, if you are struggling with some heart issues, and pretty extreme heart issues, please, during this practice, just go into breath awareness or any of the other breath work we've been covering during our Samadhi immersion. So we're going to begin together with the Ujjia breath, the victory breath, together. And this breath helps with concentration and focus, which is perfect for our Samadhi, especially when we go on to the Dhyana and the Vijnanamaya Kosha, and we're into our concentration. This is going to give us some practice for that. So gently and kindly, closing your eyes, I always engage my Mula Bandha through all the pranayams. So if you want to engage that Mula Bandha gently, you can. And we will begin with our inhale, pausing at the top, releasing that glottis just a little for a long, slow, beautiful exhale. Pausing at the bottom of the breath naturally for a moment and going back into our inhale, gauging that glottis muscle. And pausing at the top of the breath and exhale long, twice as long as the inhale. Pausing at the bottom of the breath and inhale. And continuing at your own pace with this beautiful Ujjia breath. Keeping your awareness on the sound. And when you get to the end of an exhale, your Ujjia breath, you can let that breath go, releasing the concentration. And we're going to move into just simply mindful breath awareness and meditation. So join me now for a silent meditation, bringing our conscious awareness to our own conscious awareness, turning that eyeball in towards our own consciousness. Shining a flashlight into our own awareness, that which is aware within us. If thoughts come through or any disturbances of the mind come through, kindly and gently bring your awareness back into your own consciousness, that within you which is aware. The I am. Keeping our concentrated focus on the inner being, the inner awareness. Fully focused on the I am presence within you. Feeding that I am presence with your attention. I am. Focusing the awareness inward, withdrawing the attention from the external world and thoughts, bringing all our awareness to the infinite inner universe. The yoga journey is inward, focusing all that attention inward to your own conscious awareness. single pointed focus on the inner being. The inner consciousness. That which is within you that is aware. And gently and kindly coming back and bringing your awareness back to mindful breath, breath awareness. Bring your awareness to the breath, watching your natural breathing rhythm and flow. And gently opening your eyes. Coming back to this beautiful space and time. Wonderful job. I'll conclude with a short spontaneous chant. You never know what's going to come through. We'll be moving on to Samadhi. Hoye ke ni taiya hoye kai. Haya kaya haya haya kaya haya. Uta keni hane haya kuna sene haya. Uta keni haya. Uta keni haya haya. Uta keni haya. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is pure love, pure light. And when I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste.